back to Sitting with Ash. I'm actually. Hey, so that was a little vacation back into the early 2000s, 900s, 1900s, without the internet that my son and I had to endure the past like 5 days. But we're back and running. So, hey, what's up? The lesson I got from this, do not accept anyone from the past back into my life, because that's what happened. And then I was like, yeah, no. My guides had to make it real clear to me that there were consequences of my actions. So, sometimes when shit happens, there's a reason, right? Anyway, we're going to do a collective check-in with the yin yang, because I haven't in like a year. Just kidding, it was like a week. Also, we have a full moon. Today's Tuesday, June 10th. Oh, the date is on my computer. We've got self-worth and expectations coming out first and foremost. And like I just said, don't accept people back into your life who do not meet your own standards of yourself. You know? Okay. Moving on. We have a full moon tomorrow in Sagittarius, which happens to be my moon sign. So, you may feel a little fiery. Sagittarius is represented by the archer, the bow and arrow. And I will read a little bit about that later with the Moonology. Also going to catch up on spirit animals today. I'll probably do at least 2 of those. And we will, we'll see. Alright, we've got a lot of cards here. I just peeped divine timing, but it didn't come out. Speaking of Sagittarius full moon, we've got fire on the bottom of the deck. Utilizing fire for your manifestations, healing, ritual, ceremony, whatever, is the vibe right now. I've been feeling called to do a fire ceremony the past few days, and I'm probably going to do that. I had to buy some chocolate so that we have a reason. We're going to do some s'mores, and I'm also going to burn some shit. Alright, let me just lay these out. See what's up. So again, self-worth, expectations coming out as our main energy. I need one more fucking card to make this a grid. So, continue working on your self-worth. The way I've laid this out, we have storm, unexpected, coming out after self-worth and expectations. Again, don't hold anyone to expectations that you yourself are not holding yourself to, but on the contrary of that, once you've reached a certain level of healing and growth, definitely don't let anyone in your life who does not hold themselves to those standards that you yourself hold yourself to. It's a two-sided coin, depends on where you are in your journey. Unexpected storm, maybe your internet goes out. Shit was awful. I've been preparing for it too. I can't imagine. If I didn't have any of these CDs and DVDs, I would have gone loco. Because I went to Cellular One and I was like, hey, I need a hotspot. That's the only cell phone place in town. They're like, we're out. So we've been literally internetless. I paid like $80 for extra data on my fucking phone. Because I'm like, no. Anyway. Your unexpected storm could be, a bumper, a fender bender. It could be running late for something. Whatever it is for you, whatever the unexpected storm, it is more than likely your guides trying to get your attention about something. Alright? Now when bad things happen to us, it's usually some sort of communication about something that we're missing. Like I already shared a little bit of last week, I allowed someone that I have been friends with for over 20 years, but we've been no contact for a good couple, back into my life for a minute, against my better judgment here in this 3D reality. I knew it wasn't a good idea, but I did. I don't know why. I'm stubborn. Maybe I'm vibrating low, maybe I stepped out of my own self-worth for a minute. and was seeking some sort of external validation or something. But regardless, that was the day that my internet went out, and that was the day that my guides were like, fuck no. And then I was like doing yoga, and I was thinking about it, right? And this little like Wi-Fi thing up at the top, you know, the LTE, the bars. When I was thinking about it while I was doing yoga, I was staring at my phone, and the exclamation point, the internet like blipped in and out on my phone, even with my data. And so that's when I was like, okay. And I reached out to another spiritual friend, and I was like, could this have been what happened? And yeah, there was definitely an energetic interference. People who were in your past but didn't help you don't deserve to be in your future. And that's the thing. It was just like, you know. And so I wrote her a letter, a little text, and I blocked her immediately after sending that text. You know, I let her know, I'm like, I don't have ill will. I'm not open to repeating any cycles I've already completed. Like, I can't do that. That would be self-detriment to myself, right? And I, you know, let her know. You weren't there for me when I was there for you, and I really don't need, you know, I thought this connection could be cool, but I don't need to be there. I'm good. All right. So continue focusing on what it is you're building, this harvest, right? Maybe your goal is for something in the fall to happen for you. Maybe you're in the southern hemisphere and fall just happened. I don't know. But focus on what it is that you're building. Focus on the harvest that you want to see and receive, right? Continue working on your self-care and energy to make sure you can embody your own self-worth. And part of that does include integrating your shadow, going through a dark night of the soul, taking inventory of everything that has been done wrong to you. Again, in this example of this friend, there were a lot of times that she was never there for me. There was times that she actually started a rumor about things that went on with my life. Back home where I grew up, you know, a lot of people don't grow the way that we grow. I did have summer growth is on the bottom of the deck. So like, be careful with that. And once you have your own self-worth, your own expectations, once you do the work, once you go through your dark night of the soul and you integrate your shadow and you're able to see it as reflections in others and understand where other people are at in their journey, it's no ill will, right? It's just, you know, one of you is a tree and one of you is a blade of grass, right? There's a large distinction within patterns of growth, and it is what it is, right? Don't allow yourself to feel rejected, lost, or fragmented about things that you've already outgrown. Having the courage to change. A lot of self-love is here. A lot of self-love. Like, with Sagittarius full moon, the thing is looking at the bigger picture. And so Sagittarius is fire, and so it's like burning those bridges. It's letting go of those things that you know are gnarly for you, you know put you in different cycles that, you know, made things harder. And sometimes people, I think you really need to be, if you've been on a journey of like dope AF, and all of a sudden you're starting to feel rejected, lost, or fragmented, that's people pulling on your energy. Call your energy back to you. Yeah. Even if you feel nostalgic about memories or times you've had, again, one of you is a blade of grass, one of you is a tree, right? There's just no comparison to the work once you've done it. You can't ungrow and turn into a blade of grass to like be around other people who are blades of grass. Some people are anthills, right? Like it some people are little grains of sand. It is what it is, right? Continue to have the courage to change. You know, change is the only constant. And that's the thing, you know. My guides made it very clear to me with cutting off my fucking internet that this was not a good idea and I should not do it. And if I wouldn't have listened, I would probably be experiencing more tower moments. And let me tell you, the past 5 days, Niall and I are very we need the internet for our autism. It's just we find a lot of comfort in having access to YouTube. Um, so, it's hard. Self-love, creation, intentions. Remember to, if you're thinking about your harvest, what is it that you are creating to ensure this harvest happens? Put those blinders on and really just stay focused on your own path, on your own work, on your own shit. We have closed off, guarded, and resistance after that. I would say close yourself off if you need to for your own protection. We have avoidance and stalemate. Avoid things that are going to make you stop. Avoid anything that's going to put you in a space going backwards, right? I'm getting like a roller coaster that goes backwards. Decisions, make those decisions that are necessary for you to continue moving forward. Thoughts and isolating. Make sure that whatever thoughts you have, you're putting action behind them. This may be about nostalgia, right? When I cut people off from my life, it makes me feel sad a little bit. But then I remember the reality that I was the better friend always, and no one ever showed up for me that way. And so I'm not losing anything, except gaining my own energy back from people who never reciprocated that, right? So again, we have contracts, careers, commitments. Maybe there is some sort of situation that you can't quite get out of, marriage or job, or I don't know, I'm getting military. Whatever it is for you, do what you can to, if you can't get out of it, why am I feeling so stuck right now? People are feeling stuck. Maybe that's what the storm is going to be. Maybe you are going to be receiving divine intervention around whatever this is. I'm really feeling like tense, like I'm stuck. I'm not stuck. Take a breath. Okay. We have family, home, and commitment. Maybe that's the contract. It's different for everyone. These are collective readings. Whatever it is for you, remember to ultimately continue centering yourself in your path, right? If you are connected to someone on your path, it's okay to part ways. It's your life. If you're unfulfilled, it's okay. There's such thing as conscious breaking up. You can have conversations about not being together without it turning into like a disrespectful hate competition. Yes, hearts can be broken. I'm getting that movie, Wild Hearts Can't Be Broken, and grew up on that shit. But again, it's all part of your growth, right? Think of it as like if you're this tree and you're in this partnership, whether it's career, relationship, marriage, whatever, family, and you're growing and you're releasing your leaves, then you're say you're losing your leaves and they're dropping to the ground, and that blade of grass gets crushed by the leaves. Sometimes things just aren't compatible, and you live and you learn. I mean, it is what it is. It doesn't. If two people can have honest communication about an unhealthy relationship, I think within our society too, there's just such unrealistic expectations of monogamy in marriage and devotion that is not. It's harder now than it used to be for a lot of reasons. But sometimes two people just aren't supposed to be together, right? It is what it is. We have Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. Could be relevant in regards to the person, either you or someone else that you're dealing with. But when Earth comes out, I like to remind us to always ground ourselves, um, especially with this harvest. Right, continue to always go back and recenter on what it is you're building, what it is you want out of your own life, and make it happen. You have the assistance of guides, so when you're feeling bogged down or needing clarification, like I shared with my story, reach out. They're gonna give you confirmation, but the point is as a human, is receiving that in confirmation, whether it's an angel number, which is like a repeating sequence. So like, you glance at the clock, it's 3:33. Like yesterday or the day before, I was tallying up my YouTube views for my shorts, and I had 333, 444, and 555, and I was like, okay. I didn't look it up because I'm always dealing with numbers, but it was interesting to see. That's very uncommon for my views. I probably should look it up. I'll do that after this. But anyway, we have a reunion in Soul Thai happening. Remember to reconnect with yourself first and foremost before anyone else. I just looked at the time and it was 16:16, 6:55. So, I don't know, 55, that means great change, but when you boil it down to numerology, it means an ending. It's 10. 5 and 5 is 10. So an ending of some sort could be happening. 6 is the number of love and devotion, I think. I could be making that up, but I know for sure that 10 is about completions in cycles, and 5 is change. So whatever you are... We have 6:10, June 10th, and then 6:55, which is again 6:10, which boils down to 14 or 5, the number 5. So yeah, great change. How did I get there? Numerology wise, 6 plus 10 is 17. No, it's 16. 1 plus 6 is 7. 7 plus 7 is 14. 1 plus 4 is 5. That's numerology. It's just breaking down numbers into a 1 digit through addition. Some people use subtraction. But let's look up 610. 610 as, especially if you are watching this on June 10th, a sign of divine guidance and a call to take control of your path with spiritual confidence. Google is free. You can use Google for angel numbers. Alright. Live each day with grace and authenticity. Start each day with a grateful heart. Best day ever. So, pre-full moon, maybe you are just allowing a cycle to end. Full moons are all about releasing, shedding light on what it is that needs to be changed. Be amazed, take risks, make it happen. Love yourself first, be open to whatever comes next. Adventure is worthwhile. Alright.